Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Monday, September 29th, 2025. Let's take a look at the economic calendar for today. So what do we have here? We got some speeches from the Bank of Japan board member. We are waiting for the Spanish CPI data at 11 o'clock. German President Joachim Nagel will give a speech. At the same time, ECB Schnabel will give a speech as well. Generally, not very interesting. London session speech of the Fed Weller will take place at 1:30. At 2 o'clock, ECB Lane will give a speech. Finally, some data, manufacturing sales from Canada, 2:30, and then pending home sales data scheduled for release at 4 o'clock. This is the major event of the day. US President Donald Trump will give a speech at 7:15, and then basically another speech from 7:30 from FOMC member Williams. So plenty of speeches, not very much data releases. So without any further ado, let's switch to the charts. We start with euro dollar. Euro-dollar 4-hour time frame chart has bounced from the lows located at 1.1647. We are testing the technical resistance at 1.1727. And it looks like this movement to the upside also hits the middle level on the RSI, the level of 50, basically. So we just hit the neutral market conditions. Well, the market is still below the 100 periods moving average, now 1.1750, and below the lower channel line. The second thing is that if we label this movement to the downside as the ABC, for example, I can do it with my tool. So ABC to the downside like this is quite alright, but there is no geometry in this movement except the fact that wave C is 0.78% of the wave A, which means eventually that there is still the potential target for 1.1621 possible for a hit. Nevertheless, it looks like we got this movement to the upside well established, and the targets now has been basically hit. What else is here, which is very interesting, is the range of the correction to the upside. So if we get the price range tool, and if we place it here, we got 0.79, and one more price range tool from the lows to the highs is 0.75. So this corrections are almost equal, and that's quite important. That's some sort of the technical situation here, and the fact that we are testing the 50 points RSI might be a clue for the downside movement reception soon on the euro dollar. Obviously, any breakout above sustained breakout above the technical resistance, above the 100 periods moving average, back inside of the channel, is bullish, because ABC to the downside has been completed. The market might continue the previous movement. The previous movement was to the upside, however, it was quite corrective as well. So possibly we will be continuing the downside movement just because this looks more corrective. The upside movement inside of the channel looks more corrective than this movement to the downside. It looks like a zigzag ABC. Right, so that's the situation on the euro dollar. On the British pound, at the beginning of the new trading week, we got ABC completed, so we can remove it from our chart. Now to the downside, we got another 3 waves only, and this correction to the upside is longer in price and time, and larger in price and time than this previous correction. So this is the different movement to the upside, which is why we might label this situation here from the highs of 1.3725. We got the first movement to the downside, counter trend correction, wave B and wave C. All right. Now we hit again the level of 50 on the RSI, neutral level, in the middle of nowhere, just in between those two technical resistance levels. The nearest one is now 1.3457. It looks like this one is not being really respected, so we don't need it anymore. Nevertheless, the key level to the upside is still the high of the wave B and the 100 periods moving average 1.3520. So we should focus on hitting this level quite soon, and then we will see what the market will do. Free wave correction to the downside is now completed. US dollar versus the Japanese yen 4-hour time frame chart is showing us a back towards the old the supply zone. We made the local high and the swing high at 149.96, basically at 150. Now we are back towards the level of 148 and 73. Again, look at this. We hit the level of 50 on the other side. Third pair we are looking at, and this is the same situation. And this movement to the upside, again, this is all the same pattern here. I can see this is all I think that might be the wave A, the wave B, and the wave C. There you go. Again, three waves to the upside, pull back to the downside into the 50 points on the other side. Bigger correction than the wave B. That means the ABC to the upside is completed now, and the market is ready to move lower. So yet again, that situation has been happened. US dollar versus the Swiss franc. There is something interesting here in terms of the correction. So if we place the price range tool from this high to this low, we got 0.73. If we place the there you go, where is my price range tool? There you go. From the highs to the current lows, it is 0.72, almost the same corrections again. So there is still a chance this market will be moving higher. Nevertheless, we reversed from the 8013 level, and now the market, after making ABC again, ABC, the same pattern to the upside, is ready to move lower. So all we need to do is to break below the 100 periods moving average 7,949, and then break below 7,907 is the confirmation that the top for the wave C is in place. Market is going back to the down trend. US dollar index in this situation, again, free wave movement to the upside. We almost hit the lower supply level. It was located at 98.63. We broke below the technical support 98.08. Now we are about to test the technical support 97.80. We are about to test breakout, black line breakout. 100 periods moving average is a little bit below this this current level of interest. For the bulls, 97.56, but it's quite close to the technical support. And the RSI yet again hit the level of 50. So only on the less liquid pairs like US dollar versus the Swiss franc, we didn't hit the level of 50. Right now we hit the level of 50 again on the US dollar index. So we got very nice pullback. Let me just take a look at this situation with the corrections. This is 64 from the high to the low. Let's say it's 74. A little bit correction, a little bit bigger correction than the previous one. Nevertheless, it still looks quite quite solid right now. Level of 50 hit, the market is ready to move higher. And last but not least, let's talk about the Bitcoin. We got very nice spike to the upside from the weekend consolidation. We are back above the level of 112,000. Nevertheless, it's still this market is still looking quite bearish. Next target for the bears is the low of the wave A, 107,385. Very big, nice and spike in the momentum. However, will that be enough to break above the wave B high? The wave B high, remember, is this high that is the key high for the bulls. They need to violate this level in order to move higher, in order to, let's say, resume the uptrend, right? So breakout above the high of the wave B is something that we actually need. Otherwise, this will be just a spike to the upside, faded soon, and then the market will continue towards the wave A low. That's everything from me for today, for the Monday. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Take care and bye bye.